Hello, my name is Kirk, and today I'm welcoming you to the Kirky Corner, where today I'm going to be informing you about all the important topics, so stay tuned. Today on Kirky's Corner, we will be discussing the importance of seniors understanding technology. Although this topic might seem funny or lighthearted at first, through deep and thorough research, I've quickly discovered this is much more of a serious topic than first believed. Let's dive in. First of all, how funny do you think it is when a senior maybe orders 100 something of Amazon, or an older adult accidentally misuses a word? It seems pretty hilarious. It seems lighthearted because no one gets hurt. For example, in this meme that I'm about to show on the screen, a grandma saying, "Track my cookies," then responding, "You will never ever get my recipe, internet." This refers to the nuances and often confusing terms that come with technology that can confuse older adults in our life. And although memes and other things like this might come across funny at first, it's no laughing matter. How much of the world do you see today that has been centralized around technology? Food ordering, your apps, everything where you go, your pickup times at your Sonic stall, and even healthcare. Some places don't even send you bills or receipts in the mail anymore. You simply have to log in online, which might seem easy for someone at our age of the younger generation who grew up with this technology, but it might not be as easy for those older adults in our life we love so dearly. Through careful research, I was able to quickly discover that older adults struggling with technology is much more of a serious health issue than I realized. Looking at a few different studies, I quickly discovered that one of our most important generations, our older generations, are being left behind. When was the last time you went to the doctor? Do you maybe have to scan a QR to check in for COVID symptoms? Did you maybe have to fill out a form online? Did you maybe have to send in paperwork that you haven't received in months? That might be easy for you again, but think about those older adults. They've grown up with checks in the mail, receipts, paper, handwritten, everything. This is quite the adjustment. For my first reference, I'm going to be referencing an article titled, "How Does Digital Literacy Affect the Health Status of Senior Citizens?" The hypothesis of the article was that the digital literacy could help improve the overall health of seniors. But how could this be? It doesn't mean that we're automatically handing them a phone and they're feeling better. We're not handing them iPads and they're all of a sudden cured of all their health issues, but more being able to access information. A lot of healthcare information is provided through us online, through patient portals. Although no big deal for us, older adults may struggle with these kinds of technology. It's no laughing matter. It also can be sometimes embarrassing to ask or admit that you're wrong. Think about it yourself. Isn't it hard for you to ask when you need help sometimes? Now, these older adults go home and unable to access and schedule important information. Another important part of healthcare is communication between the provider and the patient. A study conducted titled "Impact of Age on Patients' Communication and Technology Preferences in the Era of Meaningful Use Mixed Method Studies," completed by the Journal of Medical Internet Research, did find that older adults had struggled in some point in their life to communicate with a healthcare provider. The inability to use these online portals acts as a barrier between them and receiving much-needed healthcare. This is no laughing matter. Finally, why do we justify having these little things in our pockets all around our time and downloading apps and spending thousands of dollars on them? For them, socialization. One of the most important parts of healthily aging into older adulthood is socialization. Research has shown the more socially active one is, the better one's health is. That's why I turned to this study titled "Association Between the Use of Information and Communication Technology and Activeness in the Lifelong Among Community-Dwelling Older Adults," done by the PLS1. This study did determine that having a phone or other forms of communication would be effective for helping older adults communicate with one another, but the lack of understanding how to use this technology was acting as a barrier. This study also discovered as one got older age, the more and more they struggled as they progress. In my articles, I wrote about how I always have grown up hating the term that the team is only strong as the weakest link, but in my opinion, we are the weakest link when we leave these members of society behind. The older adults are the ones who have raised us, formed, and shaped our society. So to turn around and leave them in the dust when it comes to one of the most important parts of living, healthcare, is very shameful. I hope as a country and as a society we can move forward to doing better for our older adults. I look forward to a future where we can better help integrate older adults into the use of these forms of technology and help them get the health care they need. Older adults deserve the exact same resources and benefits as us, so let's give it to them, because the lack of understanding of technology around older adults is no laughing matter.